Yo, Tarkov's future is about to change. We've all known for a while that Battlestate is releasing an arena mode for Tarkov, but after seeing more information on their website, this is gonna be an issue for a lot of people. Let's go ahead and select our classes and fight the desync as we talk about Tarkov Arena. And if you want to see more content or more content from me in general, be sure to sub to the channel if you enjoy what you see today. Okay, let's continue. Tarkov Arena is a DLC that takes the competitive PvPvE aspect of the base game with its hardcore mechanics and turns that into fast gameplay. We first saw Arena premiere in June of 2022, and when we did, we just didn't know what to expect. I believe the teaser would go to show off two maps that we now know are called Equator and Air Pit, while showing us how crazy and hellacious things can get inside of the arena. If this was our free sample of what to expect, we were beyond ready to see what was going to come from this. Fast forward to now, when we look at the website, that nice polished Battlestate spent so hard putting on this thing is starting to wear off a bit. First things first, and just to get this out of the way, only EOD holders or people willing to spend $35 on the pre-order will be able to access Arena first. This is foreshadowing for a huge issue later on. Besides that, when scrolling down a bit, we see that there are going to be predetermined roles to choose from. They're going to be Assault, CQB, Scout, and Sniper. I don't know what I can say about this, to be fair. When it comes to predetermined classes and stuff, I'm picky with it, because some games do it really well, others shouldn't have even attempted it. I guess we'll just have to see if Battlestate introduces some sort of limitations on the classes selected, where you can only have X amount of people as one class, etc. The next section we dive into is called 2 games, 1 character, and this is arguably one of the most controversial and most diversified sections, because half the community doesn't care, the other half don't want this in the game. This section briefly explains how things like your character's level, skills, and weapon mastering will grow not only in the base game and arena, but vice versa as well. To put it in the simplest words I can, right? Someone like me who doesn't enjoy the early game of Tarkov can hop into Arena, grind a high enough skill level and weapon mastering level to go into the base game, and automatically have an advantage over the early players who can't access Arena. My main question is this, okay? If skills can transfer from the base game to Arena and vice versa, when the hell are these skills going to come into play? In casual? In ranked? Is there going to be skill-based matchmaking involved? Like, there's so many damn questions and not enough answers for this. If it were up to me, I would just leave them out of the game entirely, because RPG elements should not be in any sort of arena shooter. Going down the website a little bit more, we see what game modes are going to be featured in the Arena DLC. First one is Shootout. Each team plays against each other in solo, duo, or trio modes. The 2 teams with the most victory points meet in the final to determine the winner of the tournament. This sounds a lot like a King of the Hill mode, but honestly, it doesn't sound too bad. Next one is Team Fight. 2 teams of 5 players fight for victory in 7 rounds. Capturing objective points on the map after the timer expires will also lead to victory in the round. From my understanding, just reading that little excerpt, this will be your traditional one life mode, right? Stuff like S&D, headquarters, etc. After that, we have Overrun. PvE missions for 5 players. The goal of the team is to clear the location from waves of enemies, complete the given objective, and evacuate to a safe zone. I don't understand why, but the excerpt that we got for Overrun has got me really excited for this mode. And to be fair, this is probably going to be one of the modes I grind the most. Last one that we can see is called Last Hero. Deathmatch between multiple players. The goal of each player is to score the most kills in the allotted time, aka free-for-all. There's just nothing going on here. There is one more game mode on the website that we can't see called Duel, and I'm just going to call it now. It's going to probably be some 1v1 gunfight sort of mode. If not, just edit out what I last said. It's fine. Now that we're done looking at the game modes, let's look at the locations, because we have 7 maps and 4 of them that we can see. Sawmill, Bay 5, Air Pit, and Equator. Out of all the maps, Air Pit looks like the best aesthetically, but Equator looks like it's gonna have the best map flow to it. Bay 5 reminds me too much of Shipment, and we all know that that map is just absolute shit, okay? There's no need to sugarcoat it anymore. Sawmill looks like it's gonna be a camper's wet dream, so I really don't have much hope in that one either. The other maps that we can't see are the Bowl, the Box, and Resort, and I could make a speculation on what these maps could be, but I barely know my ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to map knowledge of Tarkov, so it just wouldn't help. I think that's about it for now. If you're wanting to look at the website as well as Pre-Order Arena, I'll be providing links down below. For my final thoughts, this has got to be one of the most confusing, most head-scratching moves Battlestate could make. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the idea of an arena mode, okay? I like how I won't have buyer's remorse about the game once it comes out, because regardless of what you think, the base game of Tarkov is not fun unless you A, enjoy RPG elements and just continuously trying to get to the top, or B, you enjoy wasting days, weeks, or months of your life to get hit with the reset button that you inevitably cannot control. And speaking of the multiplayer, me and a buddy of mine named Crash Games were talking on his podcast, link below by the way, and we came to an agreement that RPG elements being involved in the multiplayer is going to be one of the biggest downsides with this whole thing, and in some cases it could come off as pay to win if you're not an EOD holder or you don't buy arena. Now, if the RPG elements will only affect ranked, I still don't like the idea, I still don't get the idea, but it's something I can live with. You know, I'm not going to be swimming in those fucking waters anyways, because I enjoy my sanity more than the next person. But it's going to inevitably come down to this, right? Who's had more time to invest into arena or the base game more than the other person? Because if you're going to play ranked, you're going to be on the head side of the coin where you're going to fuck everyone up, or you're going to be on the tail side of the coin where you're getting up. Outside of that, I think this is going to be a great alternative for those that are wanting to play Tarkov without suffering through the early game's dog water antics. And honestly, I think the PvE aspect is going to be one of the most enjoyable experiences this DLC is going to offer, but that's just me personally. Now I turn the mic to you. Let me know down below your thoughts and opinions about Tarkov Arena. And while you're down there, go ahead and smash that like button and pre-order that sub button. Also, YouTube can show you my content free of charge. Also, if you're subbed to the channel and want to support me a little bit more, I now have one membership available that gets you things like exclusive updates that other subs can't see, my first look at merch before it goes up on the store, and much, much more. This is Sir Blackout signing off to literally go do anything else before Arena comes out. You know, I could use the extra storage space, you know. Later.